So Bike Finder, it's tracking, GPS, GSM, and Bluetooth with insurance. So you need a product, but you also need a subscription to activate the tracker, and we can get further into that. This is the gift box. This is how it comes. It's pretty neat, actually. Pretty nice product. It smells good. It is a quick start guide on how to mount the tracker and how to connect a subscription to it. And this is how it looks like. So this is the tracker. This is a specialized tool for the tracker. So only this tool, which are in the package, can open and close the tracker. This is just some extra adapters for bigger or smaller handlebars. The tracker itself are 15 millimeter, and that will fit 96% of all handlebars. This is just a power bank with the charging cable, and it's charged with USB-C. So, and everything is done through this cap. And this is the approved and everything for water and stuff, as you can see on the box. So this is the tracker. So it's a live tracker inside of this bike. I'm gonna take it out so you can see how it works. And I have to use my screwdriver, which are in the box connected to that tracker. And the whole system works like it's an expansion mechanism, right?
Right.
So there's teeth biting into the handlebar on the inside of the handlebar whenever you tighten the screws. I think that's enough. Yeah.
So it's easy to get it out, easy to put in back. Perfect.
Yes. It's just to put in and tighten.
Tighten.
And drag out.
Drag out.
And this is the expansion mechanism. So these nails, whenever you tighten the screws,
Yeah.
they will bite into the handlebar, and then it cannot be removed. Actually, we got a report from our insurance company, our insurance partner, that it's a grade 2. So we either have to cut the handlebar or ruin the tracker. And if that happens, we can see it in the system that it's done something with the tracker, and you're still covered by insurance.
Perfect.
So easy peasy. That's the hardware, and then you have the software.
Yeah.
It will be hard to show you on camera,
But I can, yeah, we can do it. It's worked fine actually. I can see it on my phone.
Yeah, you can see
Yeah,
it on the phone.
yeah.
Oh, it just dropped to us. It should indicate with a light
Mm-hmm.
that it's live. But this is my tracker, so it's Andy's tracker.
Yeah.
And right now it's sleeping, so I have to wake it up.
Yeah.
When it's sleeping, that is something which are now it's starting up. In standard mode, we only send signals in minimum of 10 minutes, or whenever it's moved and sitting still.
Yeah.
That's because we want to save as much battery as possible.
Yeah.
Now it's indicating it. Now it's awake. So in standard mode is just a sleeping unit inside the handlebar.
Yeah.
And that's where that's what it's supposed to be, just a sleeping unit inside the handlebar, which activates whenever the bike is stolen.
Yep.
In that way, we ensure that it's 8 weeks of battery life, and that's the main function of the tracker. But you can also, whenever you want to go to, let's say, a supermarket, and you are very, very afraid that your bike will get stolen when you're inside the supermarket, you can put it in security mode. In security mode, you activate the motion sensor. So whenever anybody moves the bike, you will get an alarm on your phone. So you drop whatever you have in your bag, you run out if you get the message, and you can see that your bike is either gone or somebody is trying to steal it.
Yeah.
If somebody has gotten ahead of you and got the bike with them, you can put it in tracking mode. Whenever you are in tracking mode, it's the same as your watch whenever you run and stuff, and that's live update.
Where the bike is going.
Yes.
So you can follow the bike.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
cool.
In tracking mode, don't have it in tracking mode unless you really want to find your bike right away, because that's 2 days of battery life.
Okay.
So keep it in standard mode all the time, unless you're really afraid and you want to have an alarm whenever somebody moves your bike, or tracking mode whenever you want to find your bike.
Perfect.
Not when you want to bike your trip and log your trip, because then the battery will go by fast.
Perfect.
And there's a lot of things here.
Yeah.
You actually have, you can see now it's 0 meter distance. Let me say, put it 1 meter. 1 meter, and then 0 meter.
Wow,
So
so it's exact. So this is connected with cloud thing, and then it shows.
Yeah, so it's very hard to see in here, but there's 3 antennas.
Yeah.
One is for GPS, one is for GSM, and one is for Bluetooth.
Wow.
So whenever the tracker is kind of smart, so it figures out which signal are the best. So whenever it figures out, let's say GSM signal are the best, it will use GSM signal and close all the other antennas.
Yeah.
That's because the antennas, if they're trying to receive a reception, it will interfere with the one that is the most important one. So right now we're in a concrete building.
Yeah.
And that's probably, now the tracker will probably receive GSM,
Yeah.
which are triangulation.
Yeah, I tried some of the tracker in the past, and they told me that, because we are sitting here, so the signals are not going to be accurate. So, but I can see with you, it's working fine.
Yeah. So, but there's just 3 antennas, and they're kind of working together, so they're closing and opening like fast.
Yeah.
So you can receive GPS and GSM. Om and an på norsk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a lot of good stuff you can do. Let's say I have one tracker, but we have several users of the bike. So I put one tracker inside the bike, and another person also want to track the same bike. He can just generate the QR code, or I can generate the QR code, and then you can log into your app, the Bike Finder app, and you can scan that QR code. And when you scan that QR code, that tracker is also live on your phone. So and then also, of course, like you can see in my map, there's several trackers in the same map. So you can have several trackers, or if you have more than one bike.
If you have like fleet of bicycles, then you can track them. Okay.
All in the same.
All in the same. Wow. Yeah.
And then it's pretty decent. You can change the map. We're actually inside of that building, which are pretty good.
Yeah, it is actually. That's
right?
exactly the building where we are.
And that's probably exactly where we stand.
Where we stand, that's where we stand.
So it's a good little thing for tracking your bike. The best part is that if you lose your bike and it cannot be found, you're fully covered by insurance, and then there's no selvrisiko. You know that? It works whenever if you want to have, as long as you're a Danish citizen or a Swedish, Finnish, or Norwegian, it works all over the world. Let's say you want to take, vacation to Spain and you want to bring your bike, it gets stolen in Spain, you're still covered by insurance. And then in Norway, there's no devaluation of the bike. So if you buy the bike and then it gets stolen 10 years later, you get whatever you bought the bike for. But in Denmark, it's after 2 years, you will have a 20% devaluation.
Right. You have to keep the receipt in order to claim the insurance.
Yes, not really. As long as you if you go to the tracker and you have bicycle information, right? I should have taken a picture of the bike, but I just have a picture of something else. So if you have a picture of the bike with the tracker in, it will be enough. But then you also have the,
the serial number. You have to put those things.
Put that
to make sure. Yeah.
As long as that is in before eventually your bike gets stolen. If it gets stolen, then you're all covered. You're all good, because we will always do another evaluation of the bike based on the information before we send our information to the insurance partners we have. And then they will pay or cancel the pay. Based on that.
Perfect.
So that's pretty much the basics. There's a lot of fun and nice information you can find on the app, and you just have to push. Yeah, you can update the tracker, wake it up. You can turn on light if there's a lot of bikes around. You can turn on.
Wow, so there is alarm. Yeah, that's cool to find it.
And then yeah, you can do a lot of stuff. We actually don't recommend people
Doing it, yeah.
because if the bike is stolen and you want to put an alarm, the thief will get
Notification.
yes,
Yeah.
that there's a tracker there. So yeah, and you have a battery life here, or not battery life, but the battery percentage, what's left inside the tracker, and you will get a notification when it's 40%.
So you charge it, and you said 8 weeks it can go on one charge.
Yeah, 8 weeks. So
And how long it takes to charge?
it depends on the power output. In our
So you have a power bank. What's that, Buck?
yeah, it's just so I can show you. It's just a power bank with a USB cable to the power bank, and you can check. This is a low percentage of power, and there's a USB-C, the same as you use on your computer, and you just plug it in.
So you can even charge it at home, and then while driving have your in backpack and still charging while you're driving. So that's very smart idea.
That's what I do. I have my tracker inside
Yeah.
here, and I have the long cable.
Yeah.
I just put it in my pocket.
Yeah.
And then a bike for about 10 minutes and fully charged.
Wow. So it takes about 10 minutes to fully charge.
Yes, it depends on the power output, because this is 2.4 and 1 volt.
Yeah.
Right, or ampere. So if you have like the 5 voltage that you can put in your the wall, then it will get much faster.
Perfect.
So I have a power bank which are 20,000 lumens. That will just do 10 minutes. That's what I use. I don't use the one, but it's a good thing to
carry with you. Let's say you are somewhere, and just to security of the bike.
Yeah.
Correct.
So that's good. It's a product that is 20% tracking, full new technology, and then there's 80% insurance, because that's what people want.
Yeah, they want to have their bicycle insured. Thank you so much for your demonstration and visiting the Book2Wheel office. Yeah, thank you.